We got Big John in the building, waiting for our guests. This is a late night pull up. Late night pull up, man. We had to make some accommodations for our guests on Mountain Time, and had to bring her in a little later. Got my brothers in the building.
Yo,
Tenzin, look
Hello
like
yo,
there.
what's up?
yeah. Hello.
Soon,
We got Miss Grace in the building. Pamela Grace.
Without the
soon,
space.
Without the space.
soon as she appeared, I was skedaddle.
Please say that without the space. You said your skedaddle.
Soon as she come through, I was skedaddle.
Skedaddle.
Why you say that?
Cause I know this ain't gonna allow 5 people in the joint.
Uh,
Big John.
this is Big John.
What up?
What's up, man?
What's happening? Not much. How are y'all?
Where the money?
Nah, Jack, we Wednesday every day. Yeah, I mean every week. Oh Lord, there I go.
Every week.
Jag, what the
Pay
fuck,
attention.
man?
Notifications. All that shit.
We've been doing Wednesdays for 2 years.
Doing the bull.
My father did Wednesdays. My grandfather did Wednesdays. Everybody did Wednesdays.
Big John, you said gabagool.
Hey, 8 o'clock. I was born on Wednesday, 8 o'clock.
Right,
They,
exactly.
they gave the bosses 15 years.
Street corn beef.
We put squid ink in our spaghetti.
In the sled.
This stands very good.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all gotta hit them with this every
Yeah.
time.
You know,
Every
you
time.
make some mean gravy.
You know what I love about the gangster movies is the subtle slap across the face. Like what?
Hey,
We don't do this here.
What?
could
My
they,
Lord, what's the matter with you?
could somebody get away with that in Homewood or something like that, or is it like a
Negative.
fight? Is it like, hey, buddy?
You
Definitely.
gonna have to go. You gonna have to go into witness protection in Atlanta.
I mean, like, how much clout would you need in
You have to
Homewood to
be
be?
boss of all bosses, bro. You have to be like working with the FBI, bro, for me not to go through it.
Oh my
You gotta be
God!
a
What?
known informant from them. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if Fed did somebody like that, I mean, like, hey, look, you don't want to do time in the penitentiary, do you? Get those names for me. Hmm?
I guess it says she can't join. Hopefully she didn't leave.
Oh, what the?
Did she leave?
Hold up.
She
Don't be.
get her back. Get her back, Carrie.
All right. She must be a very special gal because I don't think we ever did that for anybody. Like
Was that
start late. Oh no, like, I don't think we ever had a late show for somebody unless we did like a double header or something.
hey, Miss Clark? I think we started late once. Maybe we did have a double header, but I want to say we started late before.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Oh, she says she's here.
Okay,
Send you the invite, Miss Pamela.
come on aboard the ship here.
There we go.
Hey,
What
how's
it
it
do,
going?
Ski?
Hello there.
What it do, Ski? Hello, everybody.
All right.
Hey,
Thank you for representing the Four Eye Club.
Yes, proudly. Proudly.
Unlike these two 2020 people to my left,
I mean,
those guys.
I'm sure that's amazing as well.
What, I like to see shit. What type of weirdos are y'all?
Say that again?
Y'all like to see shit? What type of weirdos are y'all? Y'all want to see?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, y'all can be pilots if y'all wanted to. I
Well,
can't.
I think the point is some people should be four eyes and they're
Nah,
not.
yeah,
Yes,
right.
you can't even see. Talk about y'all like to see?
I think I'm 2030, but I'm surviving like Kanye.
All
I'm
right, all right.
surviving. I was
I
drinking
got
here. Now I'm driving.
I got all my bitch.
You got 2020. Got LASIK.
Never lost.
See,
Yellow.
see, like he could be a Tuskegee Airman. He got 20/20 vision.
I
Not
Mm.
can't.
Tuskegee.
I got that. I got the
Tuskegee.
asthmas. I don't think they let you do it if you got asthma.
Oh, dang.
The recycled air.
They
Mm.
I was watching FD Signifier, and he said that Red Tails was trash, and I really had to sit back and think like, yeah, that was a trash ass movie.
Hey, it wasn't that bad. Come on, don't do
Nah,
that.
Red Tails was butt, bro.
Cuba Gooding Jr. gave the performance of his life, but with that pipe he was smoking. He
I don't
put
know that I know it, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's
The
a little
White was
we
good.
had
here,
David Oyelowo, Cuba
sideways.
Gooding Jr., Terrence
Ooh,
Howard.
ooh.
That was non-problematic Terrence Howard too. You could count the non-problematic Terrence Howard roles on one hand.
Let's see what Pride.
Pride, it got to be Pride, Red Tails, and
Red
what's
Tails.
that movie with Robert Williams? August Rush.
I
I
never
don't
I,
seen that
Dang.
one.
You know all the actors. My goodness.
Oh
uh,
Goodness
yeah,
gracious.
Brandon is an encyclopedia.
Ooh.
Google. Yeah,
yeah,
but
too bad none of that knowledge actually works out in the real world.
I know.
But it works in the influencer world.
yeah,
But
they
I
got
think you can
work
find a
for
niche
you,
for
man.
it.
Gotta
I
make
don't
it
know.
work.
Y'all
So
know
we
something? Let me know.
this is the SOS podcast. We started late because I was trying to add people in. Oh no, I'm not. We already talked about you. We ain't going. We already talked about you enough. Talked about you like a raggedy dog. But we gonna say nice things now.
Y'all
Listen.
didn't think I was in here.
Listen, this a black podcast. Y'all gotta expect lateness a little bit.
No, it's
A
not that it
little
was
bit.
late. It's that it's just pushed to a later time because other things were in the mix. That's not.
What?
I'm not an hour late to this damn thing. What are y'all talking about right now? What are y'all
Oh
talking
no,
about?
no, no. It's like we usually start at 8, but to
No, I know,
accommodate for
I
you,
know.
it's
That
like
have y'all been on since 8?
Yup.
no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Y'all should have laughed.
See, like they didn't. I wasn't in on it, so I could.
Y'all should have laughed. I was about to lie. I was about to like, yeah, we
I
did
said
today.
yeah. Well, yes, we will.
Just make her feel guilty.
Matter of fact, we started at 7. We had to
Where
restart
is,
the show 3 times.
where is Mountain Time? Where is that? Like Colorado or something?
Yeah, I'm in Colorado. Yeah,
Ooh.
Up there
You,
with the buffalo. Hmm? You like that?
true. I
are
mean,
you in South Park?
thankfully, I haven't seen it, but yeah, no, I'm not by South Park at all.
Oh, so
Oh,
y'all don't have like those buffalo crossings like all the time?
Nah, not where I am. No,
They make it seem like
I'm sure in the more rural areas they have that going on, but and maybe not. Let me not speak for them because I don't know. But
I've heard
not
of.
you're not here.
I've heard of Denver.
Hmm.
What are like the major cities in Colorado?
So what it is that there's different like neighborhoods within the city. So
Uh,
there's a big part of the city that's just called Denver, and then there's kind of suburbs around it. But within Denver, there's like Rhino, Five Points, the Highlands. So like there's just little like nichey spots of Denver. But there's other places like Arvada, which is pretty close, and Wheat Ridge, and Lakewood, and Edgewater. So it just it just depends where you reside.
so y'all got Russell Wilson and
I know. I need to see Sierra quick. Y'all need to help me meet Sierra
oh, that's where they're living
with
in.
the quickness.
but I also want to know like how many like scandalous women is like, nah, we need to break this up immediately so
Oh,
I can have my African prince.
I really hope
Oh,
there's not any out there, but you're
oh,
right.
Nah,
They
you
bro.
know
out
they
there.
out there
Nah.
plotting. He
They
got
out
money and
there.
shit.
Dang,
Future
they
making
out
sure that
there.
don't happen because he needs somebody to raise all them dang kids.
Right. He'll probably hit him with the "I'm sorry, honey, but the Lord says I can only have one
Future making sure that relationship stay
Right.
intact.
He
He
said
said, "No, sir."
Pitslanta. Who is Big John Promotions? He's funny. He said Pitslanta, Colorado. He's
Pittsland.
making up cities now.
That's what we represented today, Pittsland,
That's
Colorado.
funny.
Yeah.
So, could you give us a quick introduction of yourself?
Sure. So I'm Pamelagrace without the space. I have done music in different iterations, if you will, over the course of my life. Whether that's been in like wedding bands or I was in an a cappella band in college. I love singing. I love using my gift wherever there's a need. And currently, what I've been doing is singing telegrams where I basically take a song request and then I personalize it for folks. So that's like the service that I'm providing for people, because it's taking kind of that knowledge of, people want to feel disconnected for a huge chunk of the last 2-3 years, right? And even now, as we're trying to, I don't know if you felt it, but people are not their nicest selves right now. I don't know if you felt that shift. I was talking about this with a friend last night, that like people are all about like, I do for me. I'm gonna do what's best for me. And a lot of that has ostracized community members and ostracized just the sense of like, looking out for each other. And so what I'm hoping with the service that I provide is bring people together, right? So around holidays, whether that's like birthdays, or anniversaries, or even memorials, when you're trying to remember somebody, like my service is to bring people together. But I'm a musician, not just a musician. I'm a musician, a singer, and I've got music out. I've got a woman empowerment, person empowerment song called Respect that's out on all platforms. That's just reminding folks that if you're in shitty situations, like, you can get out of them. You can make that choice for yourself. You don't have to choose to be stuck, right? So I do music. I do collaborations. I do singing telegrams. I do all the things. I do jingles from time to time.
Oh.
All the things. So I love melodies and I love harmonies. I'm that girl. So if you ever need a hook, if you need me to Mary J. Blige all over your songs, you let me know. Let's work it out.
I I'm definitely have to take you up on that. Definitely have to take
Yes.
you up on. So what medium do you like doing the most?
What do you mean? Medium as far as
The music,
um
like which aspect of the music?
so for me, melody is my jam. So I can hear a
Yeah.
beat usually and come up with the melody pretty quick. I
Mm-hmm.
partner with I don't know if you've heard of DCI Tour. You should definitely reach out to them. Wayne Watts, he's legit. He and his partner, who co-founded this awesome organization, um, spotted me at an open mic, and I've been working with them ever since with their songwriting workshops. And so what we'll do is we'll go to like different inner city communities. Like he had a 5-city tour around the U.S. recently, and within those cities we connect with youth and help them write songs. So like in an hour,
Oh.
each crew will write their own song about whatever theme they feel. And anytime I'm part of the workshop, I'm like the melody queen, right? Like you bring the lyrics, I bring the melody. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's been really fun to just really dig in deep with that skill and that method. And that's really made me feel like confident in that aspect of music.
Yeah, we had somebody not to cast a shadow or anything, but we had somebody similar to that. That was doing something like that. They were doing workshops, but it was like geared specifically,
Oh.
right?
It was Sherelle T vocals, I think, or
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Sherelle
that's what
vocals.
it
Yeah.
was.
Oh, cool.
yeah.
What do they do? What do
What do you
they
They.
say?
do?
Uh, you want to take it, Tenzin? Because my memory is like.
I mean, yeah, yeah. So she's a singer as well, and but basically yeah, like I think she did like I think it was like for women, right? Like
Hmm.
Well, I think it was
yeah, like
multiple things. I think it was women and kids, I think.
Mhm.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like one of the two, yeah. But dang, so like, do the kids be like, they be excited to write, or they be like, I don't know if I can do it, or what, like I guess
We
how's their engagement at first?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. They usually have like a mixed crowd of energy when it starts. We actually got to go to one of our women's correctional facilities that was one of the most powerful ones. And similarly, right, whether it's students or whether it was at this facility, there were mixed levels of nerves. Like, are we really about to do this? Like, I've never written a song in my life. To the other people that are like, this is my jam, let's go. Like, I already got lyrics ready, you know? It's like a whole spectrum. Is the facilitator kind of hones in everybody's energy at the beginning, right? So we try to help people kind of just get present so that they're not distracted about their doubts or limitations before we even start. Like, we kind of bring them all in. And then there's a theme that the facilitator usually gets everybody kind of just focusing. So that's what helps people with nerves, right? When you give them something to focus on, it's kind of like mindfulness, right? It's a technique that helps people kind of be in the present instead of thinking of all this random stuff that can get in the way. And so that's what really helps us, I think, get people in the right mind frame, I suppose, to write.
Okay, so like being in that corrections facility, that had to be a
Yo,
big deal, like,
yo,
cause,
yo, huge
cause
deal.
usually, you know what I'm saying, like, you're like, like on the outside, like we don't think about people that's behind bars. So
Right.
I know that had to mean a lot to them to have somebody with them, like, hey, yeah, we're gonna do this stuff with you. You know what I'm saying?
We had people saying that they felt free.
Be I might, mic.
Huh?
I might need to be the mute mic.
Say that again.
I need to be to mute his mic because it was interference in the back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they by the end of the workshop, the women were saying they felt free. They felt that they
Yeah,
got to a space where they weren't, because I
thinking
mean,
about.
literally, they feel caged every
Yeah,
day,
yeah, yeah,
doing the same thing every day. And this was like an escape. It was like a really meaningful time for them to think past their own limitations and their own mistakes and their own whatever negative self-talk that they had. It was absolutely the best one I've ever done.
yeah,
And I really hope we can do that again, because I feel like they helped us probably more than we helped them, because it was just
Mm.
yeah.
a very beautiful environment.
See, I know
Well,
you probably had to hear some interesting stories from them as well, right?
Well, what's interesting? I mean, like, we didn't have really a lot of downtime for that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
But what would be cool is, like, so for example, we bring books, we bring Black, Indigenous, people of color authored books to these workshops, and we'll have them flip to a random page and skim to find something that's thematic to whatever the facilitator has us thinking about. And as we do that, people start saying things like, oh, I remember I used to write music, or, this is making me want to draw. So, like, having people do these different activities brought out more kind of the experiential type of stories, but not really like their stories of like why they were in jail or what they did or anything like that.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
How long did you guys end up staying?
The workshops are probably around 2 hours. One and a half to 2 hours depending, and so that I think that was a 1.5. Wayne, you have to correct me if you're in here. 1.5 hour workshop.
That's cool.
Wow,
It was
that's
amazing.
crazy. Like
It was
90
amazing.
minutes made that much of an impact on them. Like,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was
Now,
it
Brittany,
was I yeah.
thinking,
I'm gonna have to send y'all the video of I might have to post it this week. I'm gonna do a throwback Thursday this week that shows our after, because we couldn't bring our phones in, we couldn't record anything, which was really frustrating because I wish we could have. But right after we finished, we like recorded our response and just our emotional, and we actually sang a part of the song that they came up with.
oh,
They had
okay.
some
That's cool.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lyrics, like beautiful words that I put to melody. And it was dope. It was dope.
so does any of this stuff ever get recorded or published?
So I think because of, I mean, my understanding is there's limitations with doing that because of just how many different people are part of the process, and like
No.
might be difficult. I mean, I would definitely let Wayne speak to like the logistics of that. So we never really like publish it. But what we do, like we do record it.
Dude.
I think we're losing her a bit.
In the mountains. Up there in the
Please.
mountains. Up there.
Zuck, please have mercy. We've been nice to you, okay?
Up there. Up
I
there
told
in
her.
Colorado.
Damn it, Zuckerberg. I've been so nice to you.
Oh, we lost.
Ah,
You probably got to
See,
come.
you see, Zuck, I'm gonna stop lying to people. I'm gonna tell everybody your real dick size, Zuck. Okay, if you want to do that to us, all right? That's how you want to play.
The way she cut out it looked like the phone might have died. The way she kind of cut out,
Oh,
and
ah.
stuff like that. That kind of be looking like that. People's phone be dying. But yeah,
yeah.
man.
That's just like when we had Scottsdale in here. Their phones kept dying.
Yeah.
They
I
had
was
to keep passing phones.
they were just going back and
Huh?
forth.
Lauren, your video's getting pretty laggy.
Shit, it could be me. I'm on this down 4G. I don't know why.
Oh no! Gosh darn it, Pittsburgh!
4G.
Man,
I'm
Zuck
G
really got it out for us.
4G signal right now. Don't know why.
Man, we need that 5G ASAP.
Yeah.
I got 4G service.
My
I
family gives you
got some baby.
COVID.
I might have to do something to talk to them or something. I don't know. Let's see if we can bring her back. That was a pretty good discussion so far. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that prison thing that's dope.
Oh, she's back.
All right.
Why don't you get this sunscreen and really cover?
I want you to be mine again, baby. I know. I cannot
I don't
stop.
know
Welcome
what
back.
happened. What happened, y'all?
You left
Oh,
us.
man.
You
What
left
We're
us.
gonna ask you.
happened?
Gotta leave us for a better podcast.
Never,
First
never,
you,
ever.
first you come late, then you go late.
No. First of all, I wasn't late. So back to what I was saying. We do record it on some level. We get usually we'll have like a legit producer that is a part of the workshop as well. And so they're able to take that production. I will usually record it. We'll have rappers that record, other singers will record some version of the song. And what will happen is when Wayne has shows, so we partner, I'm sure you're familiar with like So Far Sounds. Are you familiar with them? They're a music, it's almost like an underground. I don't know if it's underground or not, because Yeba, she's an amazing singer, and she's not underground to me at all. And she was part of the So Far network in New York. But it's a network where they do like pop-up shows.
What's one of her songs?
Yeba sings. Oh God, you put him on the spot. I don't know any of the titles, but she sings the one where she's like, I'm about to lose my. What does she say? I'm about to. Da 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 da. Then I don't know the name of it. It's not. I got nothing.
Yeah,
I got nothing.
Well,
But she's amazing.
you
yeah,
gave us the melody though. Yeah,
I
yeah.
gave you a melody, but yeah, because I
yeah,
said
the
it.
never do.
That's what I. Yeah, but never did.
There we go. Someone was gonna get that.
Wow. Wow. Anyway, so it's a pop-up show.
Don't start doing that shit now.
It's a pop-up show network. So people will buy tickets not knowing who's going to be at the show.
Oh wow.
And it'll be 4 three to five artists that perform for 2 hours at these undisclosed locations around the city. It's really cool.
Oh
Y'all
wow.
should partner with the ones close to y'all. It's dope. And so whenever we have an opportunity to sing at our own personal shows, we will highlight these songs by singing them and performing them.
I
But
gotta
as
get
far
up
as
and
like,
I gotta message you for all this information later.
yeah, I got you for sure.
Uh,
So you say like the people they're not gonna get there?
Correct.
Wow, that's like a loot crate, but for
Yeah, I was about
performances.
to say
It's called a
that's
what?
a
A loop what?
A loot crate. It's a nerd thing basically. But if you go to like an anime convention or something, you could buy like a loot crate and like you're not gonna know what's in it until you open it. And you just get all
yeah.
this different knickknacks, like anime stuff. It's cool,
Okay.
But that's cool. So many people are like that adventurous to do that because I
right?
feel like I feel like that's something that you don't really hear a lot of people supporting stuff like that. So that's really cool that y'all
For
got.
local artists especially, right? Like
Yeah,
that's where
yeah.
it's beautiful, especially when you might even be new to the city, but if you're connected with So Far, and what's cool is So Far, like let's say you go on a vacation or you're just traveling, once you're connected in one city, they can connect you in different cities and
Oh
like put
wow.
you on kind of like a tour, if you will, which is dope as well. So I've yet to be in it on my own. Whenever I sing in it, I've always been a part of, it's called Dream Create Inspired Tour. That's what DCI
Hmm.
Tour is. Um, but I'm seeing that happen with my friends in it. So I'm trying to get all up in there eventually.
mm-hmm.
So like, how many of those would you
Mm-hmm.
have to do for them to like invite you on tour and all that? Just gotta do enough for them to
Well,
like
I
it,
mean, I don't know
or
that they actually call it a tour, but I'm just saying like you could make it your own tour
oh, okay,
if
got you,
you
got
kind of let them know I'm going to be in these certain places at this certain time. And if they happen to have a show during those times and they have availability and it all works out, then yeah, it's like you created your. And what's hard though is you can't really tell people about it because it's
I was
really
just about to
secret.
ask. I was like, yeah, you can't really, yeah,
It's
because it
hard to
is random.
publicize it
Yeah,
because it's a
yeah.
surprise.
It's just be on the lookout, I guess. That's the only way you can really publicize it
Right.
is
Just
you.
keep
be ready.
checking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, yeah, so the artist couldn't even promote it really, huh?
It'd be a little harder to do that. But it's nice because they'll have like 30 to 50 people in these really cool, like some of the ones that I've seen, like there was a motorcycle shop that they turned into a venue. Um, the one that we were in last month, it was it was a black owned yoga meditation house. And out in
Wow.
the patio, they had like beautiful lighting and it was dope. And so that turned into the venue. But like they come in with their sound system, and all you do is bring, whatever instrument and and do it. And if you have tracks, they'll play it for you, all that kind of stuff. So it's really nice.
That's amazing.
And,
It's
and
yeah,
what's
it's really
and what's the
really dope.
usual vibe of the artists? Like, are they like just like a whole different array of people? Is it like a certain kind of
Yes.
style? Like, okay,
I've seen several different genres, right? They have like folky kind of indie songwriter vibes. They have rap uh uh what's the poetry? Slam poetry styles delivery. They have pop. I've seen them do like some dance techno type artists. Like it really runs the gamut. I've seen country. Like it's all kinds of music.
You said this is called So Far?
SOFAR sounds. So far sounds. Yeah.
So Far Sound.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely gonna give that a
Get in
look.
there.
is
Put
is
that
so far one word?
Yes. Let me see if I
pen.
can tag them.
Okay, good. I was about to attempt to type it. I know I was going to butcher it. So
so
like
So for
so like,
example, yeah,
oh, go ahead.
here it is. I found it. So Far Sounds. That's a main network, and so they have So Far New York,
Okay.
So Far Colorado, So Far. I think Cali. I don't know what there's. Ours is So Far Denver. Um,
Oh,
so yeah,
okay.
they have different networks to plug into, and you apply to it. What's up, Bianca? You apply to it, and and then whenever they are available and can have you, they'll have you.
All right.
Where
That's amazing.
so we
All
got
right,
about
okay.
a half hour left. I wanted to dig a little deeper into like your history of music and all of that? Like, when did you like first started singing and stuff like that, or like you know, who were some of your greatest influences, like non-famous influences?
Non-famous influences. So I I would say I probably started singing. What's funny is my mom and my dad sang. I come from a Nigerian background,
Whew.
and
Wow.
they threw
You answered a
down.
question of mine. All right.
They in African church all the time, and so it's funny and then like I also grew up in this. I mean, I grew up in the States, but when you go to African church, if you do know, it feels like a whole different. You feel like you just walked
Yeah.
into a whole different time zone,
I heard
and
they
it's
take it
awesome.
extra serious over
It's
there.
awesome, yeah. And so, but we went between like African churches and then actually like the non-denominational contemporary churches, which were mostly white. And I never really did anything within those realms as far as singing, but I always loved music, and we were always pretty limited on what we could listen to musically because my parents were so religious. Um, and so, I ended up like learning a lot of those like Christian contemporary songs and, all those kind of things growing
Great,
up.
immaculate.
What's up?
So them grades was immaculate.
Oh, they were. I was the seventh in my class of 2000.
Hey,
They were. They had
jeez.
to be.
Out of 2,000?
They had to be.
Gosh, you Nigerians are such overachievers. No, I'm just
Niger,
kidding.
not the carry last. Okay, we don't play games. We're not playing games with you. So,
thank God you are here and you could do that
so
accent,
it's such an interesting like when I think about just like my musical influence growing up. Like definitely there was Mary Mary and Kirk Franklin and Ty Tribbett, but there was also like Michael W. Smith. I don't know if you know him. Like just
Michael W. I heard
like
the name
really
before.
very contemporary, like they didn't do much frills in their music, very straight at like all over the place. But then I also loved rock music. There's just a lot of stuff going on in my upbringing musically because then my friends would play some stuff and I'd be like, ooh, who's that? But I didn't really start singing until middle school when my general music teacher he was amazing. He just made you think of music differently. And that's when I got into my first musical. I was Miss Hannigan in Annie.
Oh,
That
Oh
was
nice.
dope.
snap!
And this is a trend. I tended to be like the bad guy in these type of things, but it was fun.
You was
Because
on E!
it put me in character, right? It got me to be outside of the box.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went to high school, I auditioned for like the show choirs. And I won't lie to you, like being in a and this is why when people try to tell me like racism is not a thing, whenever it came to my like AP or my honors classes, I was one of 3, right, black kids in those rooms. And when you're young and impressionable and trying to fit in, and your parents who are coming from Africa are seeing that black people are treated like trash and they want you to be as proper as possible, you try to fit in. You really do. You try to do all the things to be the most proper, non-problematic black person you could ever be. But the reality
You
is
preaching to the choir for one of us.
Yeah, that was
but
well. Besides the African thing, yeah, that was pretty much like like I was in that same boat. I everything you saying, I feel you. Like
yeah.
being like one of the 3 black kids, and when they mention some black stuff in the class, everybody's like, they look at you like,
What do you think, Pamela?
yeah. Hey, did you know Martin Luther King? Like, no.
Are you related?
Pamela, why do the blacks keep burning their own neighborhoods? What's up with that?
No, trust me, I feel you. I get you 100%. I like
Apologize to
literally.
your
You just
parents.
said like
For,
you
they
just
gonna
said
apologize to you for
everything
your
I had.
slaves.
I feel you 100%.
So, you're trying your best. You have the pressure of having best grades possible. You have the pressure of not, getting in trouble. And I was the firstborn of four, so that pressure is exponential when you're the firstborn in an African family, right? So, um, I tried. I didn't feel like I fit in. That's the moral of the story. I tried to fit in, but I didn't feel like I fit in. I was made fun of for how I talked, even though when you think about how in schools, right, if they don't understand you because your accent is thick, they think you're stupid, and they want to hold you in remedial classes when really we can be taught, we can understand with thick accents. And I was robbed of my opportunity to learn my language because of that pressure that my parents felt. It sucks. I wish I
Wow.
was bilingual in Igbo. I can understand a lot of it if I hear it,
Wow.
but I can't speak it. And it frustrates me that that was what they felt that I had to be prosper, successful here. So again, I didn't fit in, but I wanted to until I was in music, until I did choir, until I did, these musicals or what have you. That's where I felt I had a voice, like literally, like I had a voice. And that's where I felt, yep, token black guy, Big John says, token black girl, yes. But that's where I felt safe. And it was probably one of the more diverse spaces as well. Like there were Latinx folks, there were mixed kids, there were other black kids, right? There were Asian kids. Like that was probably the more diverse part of my growing up that I really appreciated having. And, you know, I do think there's also that sense when you're in high school, if you don't sound like a major artist, you feel bad. Like there was one of my really close friends. She was kind of a friend of me growing up because I was like, dang, I don't sound like anybody but you do. She sounded like Mariah Carey.
Oh,
Everybody loved her. She could flip between Mariah Carey or Selena.
Really?
Oh wow.
But when
Oh
I
wow.
sang, I didn't sound like anybody.
Yeah.
And that sometimes would work. That would sometimes mess me up mentally because then it would make me think I'm not good enough, right? When in reality, like that's when you need to own your own sound and really like and be proud of that, be confident in that. I didn't know that then. Later on in life, though, people have told me, because I love India.Arie, they've told me they hear a little uh, tone of hers in my voice, which always makes me happy. But
See,
I never got that growing up. No one came up to me and said,
that's the
"Hey,
one that
growing up,
says I'm not my hair, right?
you sound like
Okay,
India." No,
cool.
nobody said that to me growing up. So I had to like work on my own confidence in my singing, in my delivery, because I was also an alto, right? Everybody loves whoever can hit the highest notes. That wasn't me. um, so it was just a lot of me practicing, crying, hating myself, thinking like I'm not good enough, but still going for it. That really got me to feel more confident in my own skills. And so and I think that's another kind of theme of my life is like, do it scared. Do it when you don't think you can. Do it when other people don't see it in you. Do it anyways. I would audition for all the things, even though I was had that internal struggle of like, am I good? Am I not? Am I good? Am I not? Do it anyways. And so in in high school, I played them. I don't know if you've heard of. Oh God, I'm gonna have to. Oh, Timoon. It's a daughter named Timoon. On this island, I think is what it's called. I played the mother figure in on this island, and then I played the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wiz. And that was my jam, y'all. Like when I tell you again, it was like another like all day, every day. I have to not be the angry black woman or angry black girl. I have to temper my attitude. I have to be the most proper. But in this role, like I went in on this role, and there was a point where we're working towards the main show, and then at the first show, opening show, one of my biggest numbers, my wig falls off. in the middle of the show.
Oh
And
no.
because I was in the zone, y'all, I improv and I was like, I told one of the monkeys, "Give me my wig before I get mad." Like, just I
Oh,
was in it.
nice. That's
Like
a
I
good
was
saying.
in
That's
it.
dope.
It was like the most empowering experience ever. Um, and so yeah, then I got into UT Austin, started in nursing school, but then my father died, and I had to kind of recalibrate my life and started doing more like career aptitude tests to find out like what is my calling, like what can I do, because I was dealing with racism even in nursing school. Like teachers were calling me out on
Oh,
stuff that they weren't calling my peers out
you
on.
are in Texas. Oh,
It's true. um, and so I found social work, and that's where I learned just about like how much, we need each other as society members. We need each other, and that's when I was also in the acapella band. And honestly, I wish we could have been like how big Pentatonics is right now. Are y'all
Yeah,
familiar with Pentatonics?
Huge, huge.
Like
They're huge.
I wanted to be them before they were them, but everybody else just want to have a good time. Like, so I actually kind of had some
what's
struggles.
pentatonics?
Pentatonics is a 5-person a cappella group right now that sings on tour. Like they write their own songs, they do awesome covers, all a cappella. And they're legit. I dig them a
Okay.
lot.
Nah, they're
be like
yeah, they're
beatboxing
They're legit.
melodies and stuff.
Huh?
Don't they like beatboxing?
Yeah, I mean they do. They have a
Oh,
beatboxer, they have a bass person, and then they've got like 3 main singers in the group.
okay, nice.
They got
Yeah,
a
you
set.
should check them out. I dig them.
Pentatonics.
I think the
Penta,
black dude
5,
left the group,
penta,
right?
Oh, penta.
pentatonic.
Okay, penta. Thank you.
Did
You
the
got
black
it.
guy leave that group?
Huh?
I think that black dude left the group, didn't
Did he? The
he?
Niger one. Where did he go now?
Yeah. Nah, I was gonna ask you like how you come up with like pretty much. I don't know if you make them on TikTok or not. I was going through your page and I was seeing like all your little shorts because you had the rainbow one took me out, bro. I was crying for like 30 minutes. That rainbow one was so funny.
I appreciate that so much. I'm learning that I don't plan any of it. I wish I could plan it. I think I would probably be more. I would post more often if I planned it. But like I will just literally listen to stuff and hear my dad because like he would always say things like, "You need to go and read a book." Like it didn't matter what we were doing. Go read a book. Like and so when I when reading Rainbow.
If y'all haven't seen the Rainbow video, please go watch it. It's the funniest.
Okay.
It
Is
kind
is it
of
on her Insta or does she have
it's on
YouTube?
her Insta.
Okay.
Like, you gotta scroll through, but I found it. I died. That was funny.
I appreciate that. So all that to say, like I've had experience all the way up to college with music. And after college, I did some background singing from other bands. Like there was a reggae band I did background singing for. Um, this amazing artist, Tamika Jones. She was like a neo soul flair in the 2000s, mid 2000s. Wait, we're still in the 2000s. What am I talking about? Like 2005,
Like the 10s,
2006.
Yeah.
Huh?
the 20 aughts, that's what they call it.
I don't know what they call it, but okay, I'll take it. I sang with I sang with I sang in like contemporary churches. That was the other thing for me. So, and I'm so excited to say this because I'm never going back. I'm never going back. So when you're singing in these like mega churches or big platform churches that have one way that they allow music to be expressed and you sing differently, you need to be conscious, and this is to all my singers out there, you need to be conscious of who is dimming your light because they are not cultured. Um, I grew up, like I said, African, gospel, and then like the contemporary Christian scene. I have all 3 ruminating in me at all times. but I've become more confident in the soulful part of my nature. I was never like a part of like a gospel choir growing up, which is wild to me because people will think that when they hear me now. That was not my upbringing. But like when I'm in my safe place, that's where I go to. And I found that when I would sing for these predominantly white churches, while I felt appreciated by the congregation, I would get flack from the folks in the church, like the admin team church, telling me like, don't do so many rhymes or sing this more straight or like dimming that. And it's like, when you think about churches that allow that freedom, yes, it can feel showy, but a lot of people also associate that with like, dang, you are really feeling right. They're associating that with the connection to what's going on as opposed to a distraction. And if you're in a church that's not cultured, they don't understand that. And so for anybody who decides to do that, because I will never do that again, be mindful. Because that's not maybe your safest place to do it.
They said
It is
Pamela
funny because growing up, like, you know, I've been there.
seasoning in it.
What'd you say?
They said, Pamela, honey, if you could
What did you say,
please,
Lauren?
if you could
Talk
please
like
put a little less seasoning in it, Pamela. I mean, it's
We need
great.
a little more bland.
If you could, please.
Pamela,
It's funny because
do you think this is the
And it's
type of
Pamelagrace, y'all.
I've been to both white and black churches growing up. I ain't gonna lie to you though. Sometimes at black church, man, I'm like, God damn, these niggas still singing. Can you hurry the fuck up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, I kind of feel them on that note. But dang, but I mean, it sucks that you got to have like your artistic expression, like, you know,
Muted.
limited. Yeah, like muted. There, that's a
Yeah.
better word. Like just
I feel like
because. Cause like you said, the congregation liked it, but you said it was the admin people that would be like, "Hey, cut that
And
out."
maybe
Like, you know.
some congregation didn't. But the point is, if the leadership isn't feeling it and not encouraging their staff to be free in that, then it's not a safe place to be. Period.
right.
It's just not. And you know, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of churches weren't really, when George Floyd was happening, a lot of them were not responding adequately to all of that. And so it's like, how am I going to be on stage singing about all this, you know, community and I'm, you know, we want to be like you, Jesus, da da da. But then when it comes to being like him, to defend folks that are having a hard time, you ain't got something to say. You're not doing anything about it. You're not moving the congregation to do something. Anyway, so not doing that anymore. And that's what got to me to a place, you know, like everybody in lockdown, trying to be creative. How do I use my gifts of singing to bring people together in a time where we're the most apart, right? And that's, I can see it evolving down the road, but right now I'm really enjoying, like, people will reach out to me and say, hey, I really want you to sing this song. And I want to do that, but I also, you know, I want to become a business owner. I want to have my own business in that way. And as a musician, if you don't also honor the business side of being a musician, you're going to be broke. You're going to be broke. You know what I mean? And so this is my way to merge my giftings of all my experience, whether that's church, wedding, bands, all that experiencing, and honing it in for a special moment for a family or a loved one. Like, that's what feels good to me right now. And that's what I'm going with.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. I will say though, if you, I don't know, maybe I gotta get some money together because I need to hear a whole version of your dad singing Ray. I need that as like a ringtone.
You mean when I'm like interjecting with like his phrases?
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay.
It was really funny.
Let's work something out. Yeah.
Man.
No, but you know, like real talk though, that was cool. It's cool that you was able to draw the best parts of each one of your backgrounds and put it into something that you have complete control over, and that you know provides such joy to other people. You know,
Thank
not a
you.
lot of people get to do stuff like that, and that's really dope. You know.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
So, do you have any recordings?
Yes. So the more official one, like I've recorded random stuff here and there, is the one It's on. It's on. Like you can look it up on Instagram too, like as a sound. It says "Respect" by Pamelagrace without the space, and I'm
Because
wearing this.
I followed your link and I didn't see like a DSP or anything like that.
It's on that link. It's in the. It's in one of the. Hey Natalie, it's in one of the buttons to push.
Okay, maybe I gotta figure it because I would have used that for the promo instead of the song we used. To be honest,
I was gonna
I tried to
suggest that.
I
Oh,
tried to do that. I
really?
just couldn't find it.
You gotta ask me.
I,
What is the problem now? Please ask me information. You could have asked me before you made the advertisement. When
I
before you
wanted
made the
to
advertisements.
I wanted to transfer.
But we can circulate get it for you. I think that would be dope.
Yeah, but yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Can y'all hear me?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Be careful though, because if you play it out loud, even though it's my song, they'll do the whole copyright thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So be careful. You should probably listen to it in your ears or something.
Yeah, 'cause I remember for the promo, I got like a notification to talk about your post is blocked. I was like, oh shit, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
in
got that
Russia.
too.
Okay, whatever. Fuck them. All right, let's. I mean, not the citizens, but you know,
Nah, I was
like
about to say because you know that Russian dude already pulled up on us back in the
Viola sack.
we all listen
day.
back, yeah.
he got he waited in the trenches.
But I still look over my shoulder for him. But
Yeah, I swear he be following us.
That dude got.
how are we on time with Folkland?
We got about 8 minutes. I feel like we covered
Okay.
a lot with Miss Pamela. I'm glad that we were able to dip into
So did.
your childhood and some of the influences that you had. Is there anything you wanted to like shout out? You know what I mean? Or any up and coming things that you're super excited to be working on?
So, can y'all hear me? For some reason, it's
Yes.
like really delayed on my end, and I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm glad you can hear me. So, I have a show coming up in September, I believe. It's local, so unless y'all are visiting Denver in September,
Bars.
I might go live. We'll see. But my thing right now, so the big push that I'm having is my video for my song was epically shot. Epically. Like, we went to a mountain. When I tell you I don't do mountains, I don't do heights.
I
I don't
watched from
do
the mountains,
from the mountains. Yes.
and we
We
will not
went
have
We
it.
will not have it. uh,
Oh.
So my friend wanted to do like a photo shoot of me, and I was obviously down because she's amazing. Her name is Shelly Francis. She loves elevating Black, Indigenous, and people of color in her photography. So if you ever get a chance to work with her, please do. She's a safe, beautiful human. But what started as a photo shoot turned into a video shoot because she had what is this grind? Okay, because she had some ideas of like me walking or looking across and like videotaping it versus just the snapshot. And so then I was like, you know what? Let's just play my song and like see what happens. And so we made this epic video on the top of this like scary cliff that overlooks this like mountainscape. And it's the first music video I've ever done, which is a big deal to me. But I really want to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube before I share it. I want people to be seeing it when I push it out, and so it's like a personal goal that I have right now. So please, if you don't already, because it's Pamelagrace without the space, just like it is on here on YouTube, subscribe. Let me know that you subscribe, whoever's watching this, because I am doing a drawing every 100 subscribers for some money, just because I want to give back and thank y'all for supporting me until we get to 1,000 so that I can show the video off. So
Yeah,
that's the big thing
8
I'm
years
pushing
old.
right. Huh?
I was today years old when I realized your full given name is Pamelagrace.
Without the space.
So Grace
Correct.
isn't your last name?
No.
It's not. Oh God. Okay.
No,
I
it's Pamela
totally
Grace, y'all. It's Pamela Grace.
Nah,
It's Pamela
like
Grace.
no,
your
no,
whole
no,
But
it's
it's
first
del-
name
not.
is Pamela
it's
Grace.
delayed.
Nah,
It's a lowercase. It's a
no,
lowercase G. Yeah.
stop,
What the
Pamela
heck?
Grace. That sounds right enough.
No,
no.
I know. My dad had he grew up in Nigeria. His name was Sidney Gordon. And so
What
he
the
gave
hell?
all of us
No, it's
double
not.
names.
Y'all lying.
The hell is wrong with your country?
Y'all playing with me. This is not real. Y'all playing games.
Y'all playing games. I'm not playing games. Thank you, Grind Mode.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Grind Mode.
Uh,
I
we're,
appreciate
we're
you.
we're laughing with you.
I
Oh,
appreciate it. It's
No,
definitely.
all good.
it was like, because she
It's all
kept
in love.
saying it, and then I'm like, without the space, without the space, without the. Oh, shit. That's a whole name. That's crazy.
Oh, that's
No,
what.
but for real,
Wow.
even when you just said that, I was like, what is he talking about? And then I was like, no.
That's like a super, like, double entendre 40 chess joke. Like,
hmm Yeah, like,
That's
Yeah, I can
that
make it
crazy.
is.
ridiculous. Usually I'll say Pamela Grace with that, like on my voicemail, if you call me, Pamela Grace without the space and the G is lowercase. Like I have to like lay that out anywhere and everywhere I go because the assumption is that it's separate, and I get it. I get it.
Do most people think you just spitting like just spitting a bar or something in your voice?
I think that's what it is.
I
They get caught
mean,
up in like the ooh and then they don't realize that I'm actually telling them
you're explaining.
what my name. So yeah, that's the
That's
big
good.
push right now. I would appreciate like letting people know to subscribe. I would appreciate you subscribing,
Of course.
and streaming my music, streaming respect. And then if you got, you've got a want to commemorate, or even like if you want to just collab, like musically, like hit me up. I love working with other musicians.
yeah.
I have like an
Uh,
Afro pop song being worked on right now. Huh?
I'm sorry, we definitely gonna tap in with you. Actually, I represent a multimedia conglomerate, so we could definitely, talk square biz. This thing is gonna kick us out in a minute and a half, so I don't wanna
Okay.
lose it. So do you want to just give us a proper goodbye?
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with Pamela Grace About the Space and the gang, the SOS podcast. Have a great night.
Peace. See ya. Pamela Grace without the space. That's killing me.
Yeah, man, that threw me
Thank
off.
you for having me.
SOS
Yeah.
podcast every Wednesday, typically at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, and see y'all next week.